guys, I'm Rashida the Brown Sugar. Welcome to Bridge Show, brought to you by Say What, supported with UNFPA. Do you know what climate change is? The impact, the solutions. Today I'm joined by the three guys here. What's up, guys?
Hi.
So you guys have to tell me your name, where you're coming from.
Okay, hi guys. My name is Nyasha Ndorkanda. I'm from Belvedere.
I'm Kupakwashe and I'm from Avondale.
Timothy Benira, I'm from the State.
Welcome guys to the show. So we are going to talk about climate. What is climate change according to you, Nyasha?
Okay, from what I understand, climate change is the change in climatic conditions, from being hot to being cold to being windy, as well as to being warm and sunny.
I think I would define climate change as like sudden change in the climate, like and some of those impacts we can see them through my heat waves, my droughts, my floods, and such things.
In simple terms, I can say climate change is the change of the atmospheric conditions that we are used to those who are not.
So according to your definitions, can you please tell me the primary causes of climate change?
Primary causes, I think the first one would be like the natural changes in seasons. That's like the first one. And then the second one, I would say emission of toxic gases, into the atmosphere, as well as deforestation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I would also list just the same gas emissions into the ozone layer. I think those are some of the primary causes. I'm not sure. I think she's listed most of them, but I think the most one is toxic carbon gases that go into the atmosphere, and that's what really impacts the atmosphere.
No, well, I think I've mentioned the primary causes, but I will just add on bad agricultural practices is one of the causes of climate change.
Yeah.
So can you explain the impacts of climate change on food global security? The impacts.
Okay, I would say that climate change really affects global food security because let's say if it's too hot, agriculture, there are certain type of crops that do not thrive very well when it's too hot. And when it's not raining, people who, let's say, who are into rice farming, they need a lot of water. So like without water, without rain, rice, hapana rice.
Hapana rice.
Hapana rice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think food security is actually one of the most impacted by climate change. Actually, one of the most serious sectors affected, because like you said, if there's a drought, like right now there's El Nino, that means people, they can plant whatever they plant, but as long as there's no rainfall, nothing will come out. So that means there's no food, and then that then leads on to people relying on foreign aid to come because they don't have a solution of their own, despite there being actually like plenty of solutions like irrigation, solar powered irrigation systems that people can put in place, but that's water scarcity. If water is not there, then that means there are high chances that there will not be any food for the people to consume.
Well, thanks for that special question. Obviously, when there is climate change, then it means there is global food insecurity. And global food insecurity has got big impacts. Impacts on issues to do with nutrition, malnutrition, and so forth. And that on its own has got huge negative impacts to the society and the global picture.
Yeah. So we talked about the climate. We talked about the impact on climate change affecting global food security, right? So how is climate change affecting human health, especially in vulnerable communities? How do you think climate is affecting health?
Well, I would say with changes, in the climatic conditions, access to healthcare, to medicines, you know, it becomes very difficult. For instance, when Cyclone Idai hit, like most parts of Manicaland and Mozambique, there kunana chimani kunana chipinge ukoko kumakochina kuma piripiti like kuzasi, you know, kunenge kwine one clinic, and then vakwaita floods clinic ya vaya tsairwa vaya yenda. You see, we have people vanenge vachi collect like medication, people who are on ARVs. We have vanavadiki like my babies anenga chenda for their, let's say, monthly checkups. We have munanongorwara anytime. So with the cyclone yakavaya distract everything, those people could not like get medical help very fast. They could not get like to the hospitals, to the clinics very fast, which means some people died in their homes, some people died on their way, and because you know, like transportation of medication from Harare, from Bulawayo to that side, it was so difficult.
I think in vulnerable communities, I would say low, just genuinely low-income communities. But I wouldn't want to say low-income countries, but yes, low-income countries are affected by things like climate change because they may not have enough resources to be able to deal with it the way it's supposed to be dealt with. Yeah. There's nothing that we can do to solve it, but there are ways that we can go around and just try to improve the livelihoods of people. So I would say, I think the first group for me to be very health-wise impacted by the climate change would be women and young girls. You've got issues like she said, we say she's fallen pregnant, and now we've got Cyclone Idai, it's come, it's washed away, everything is washed away, whatever it is. Now she has no access to healthcare facilities, right? 2, we've got things like same menstrual health. Let's say maybe she had no menstrual products stored in time for that period. Cyclone Idai has come, my shops say they've been dilapidated, there's no way she can access menstrual. That's a problem now. 3, food availability also is also affected by those things. Heavy floods have come, maybe they've destroyed all crops, they've destroyed all granaries, they've destroyed everything, and now we are on point zero. We have nothing left, and there's nothing that we can do. So low-income communities are most impacted by these things because for them to then get back to the stage that they were at, it will take a lot. It will really take a lot as compared to countries that have enough resources to be able to assist those that will be affected by those things.
So we're talking about climate change in the field, and I believe it's quite a hot topic right now. You know, and climate change is like looking at some, we can talk of issues like effects, like psychosocial effects being caused by climate change. How the mental health of people. You know, when people are expecting their harvests, then they're faced with the drought. It affects them mentally. And that also affects people's decisions and issues like SRHR. Decisions of people, you know, having high GDP rates and stuff like that. There are many aspects to do with climate change causing devastating health impacts. And to just add on, I can put a factor of what we call infrastructure formation. Say there is a drought, there's too much rainfall cycles, they destroy the health facilities and things like that, shelter for people, leading to bad health, waterborne diseases, AIDS and so forth, which are
So we talked about waterborne diseases, drought, everything affecting people. So do you think we have solutions to this?
Yeah.
I think we do.
Yeah, so what can you just tell me, what are the solutions to this, to all this that we have talked about, the drought, the waterborne disease, everything that we are facing right now? So what are the solutions?
Okay, one of the solutions to climatic problems is going green. You know, here in Zimbabwe, zuva kurikupisa, you know, zvisingaiti. And masolar, you know, if you have masolars, you can use solars for like your household issues there, you know, and also you can use solars for agriculture, irrigation, and in schools, you know, you can use solars, hospitals, you can use solars. So I would say that people should go green. You know, it's safe, it's clean, and it's durable. It's cheap, you don't pay anything, you just buy your solar and your inverter, and the source is free.
Yeah.
I think I would agree with her when I spoke earlier about solar powered irrigation systems. Those we've got higher chances of seeing better results once we've installed those systems for farmers, for even households that survive on agriculture, to be able to support their families food-wise, income-wise, and things like that. So I think my solution would be to Zimbabwe's main, I don't know what to call it, main source of income is agriculture. Zimbabwe's backbone is agriculture. So the more that we invest in it and come up with more solutions than they are now, I believe we can do so much better than we are doing right now. So the more we invest in improving the systems that are important, the systems that are the backbone of our country, we can see better improvements.
So I think issues to do with climate change and addressing it has to do with adapting first. You know, there are climatic conditions that are now here and we cannot resuscitate them very fast. We talk of low rainfall in the southern regions countries. And what you need to do is to come up with innovative ideas on how we can deal with this issue. We're talking about introducing new technological agriculture systems, like the irrigation systems, which will help on the yields and the issues to do with food security. Then the other point can be the issue of resuscitating now the effects that have caused us to be here when there is climate change. Which you mentioned of going green, addressing deforestation by growing trees, you know, introducing new agricultural techniques like hydroponics, where people use small resources but come up with big yields. So I think those are some techniques and methodologies that you must come up with so that we address issues to do with climate change having impact on the health department.
So before we conclude, I think I have to start by you. What do you have to say to people that are watching you on climate change? Maybe advice or either what they are supposed to do to deal with this climate change. You just have to tell them what to do about the climate change.
Well, I think we have to be open-minded. We don't need to cry, but we need to cry actively acting on how we deal with this. You know, climate change needs a collective energy for us to deal with it. And as much as our government is working towards it, we must also show our enthusiasm in making sure we're working hand in hand with them. And like I said, being open-minded things coming up means coming up with innovative ideas on how we sustain on the effects that we're facing from our climate change. And I believe that's one thing we need to do. And as well as referring to educational systems. I think one advice I can give them is they should introduce systems that will teach or rather incapacitate students from early stages on how to have contingency on issues of environmental care. You know, it's something we are sleeping on, and with the induction of the young ones, as they grow, they know that the environment is ours, and we must take care of it as a baby, as a young baby. That way, we will take care of a lot and reduce the impact of climate change on various aspects.
I guess due to time, we are just going to use this advice, right? Well, you said it all.
You said everything.
Yeah, this was the Bridge Show brought to you by SRHR, supported by UNFPA. I think it's a bye for now. See you on next episode.